But as a transition from Bed Bath and Beyond to our next subject, we're gonna have we're gonna do this lead in, and then I'm gonna explain why we're here.
Yikes! Why would anyone do that angle on purpose?
I don't understand.
Bro.
Yikes!
You got to give it up, bro. You want to hear my story? I've been the victim of short selling. I've been the victim of private equity and YouTubers and TikTokers that give out misinformation.
So you're a victim of yourself? Well, I can believe that. You're a victim of your own idiocy. I'll go along with that one. Agreed.
I'll concede with that.
Yeah.
That's you, PPCs. You told everybody about Bed Bath & Beyond. This dude.
Wasn't he also at one point hyping Bed Bath & Beyond because Ryan Cohn was involved?
Not that I remember.
Because I swear there were live streams of that. I've seen them. I like, maybe he wasn't bought into it, but he was definitely promoting the whole merger of Bed Bath and the gmerica thing. So,
oh God, was he actually?
Yes, I had those when the whole remember on the old channel. I'll have to dig it back up, or I'll throw it in here when we splice the clip. But when I did the death of gmerica thing, when the trademark lapsed, I found clips of him promoting the whole Bed Bath GameStop merger into gmerica.
If you read this SEC filing here, on August 17, 2022, in response to certain media inquiries, because people are asking questions, Bed Bath & Beyond, the company, made the following statement. We are pleased to have reached a constructive agreement. Now, they are pleased. That means they are happy, right? We are pleased to have reached a constructive agreement with RC Ventures in March and are committed to maximizing the value for all shareholders. So, the theory is that Bed Bath & Beyond somehow, some way, will merge with GameStop one day, whether it be now or 8 months from now or a year from now. The idea is that this is part of the other arm of attacking Amazon on the retail front. There's home goods here. There's a destination for home goods. I know Bed Bath & Beyond had prestige when I was growing up. More so now, it's just overpriced things. It's hard to compete with Walmart, Costco. But the upper echelon items, the top tier brands, are sold from Bed Bath & Beyond. And if they've agreed to partner up with GameStop, because GameStop's NFT marketplace is one thing, but GameStop's e-commerce platform is phenomenal. But if they can have the storefronts here as well, and they're large, and it's a name and it's a brand, and if we change the name to gmerica, you guys know the narratives that are out there for all of this. We've talked about this in detail, how to attack Amazon on all fronts. But Ryan Cohen can't just sit there with 11% of shares and make decisions, because he's now an insider. So if he were to trade, or if he were to sell his shares while there's a merger going on, or while there's talk going on, that in turn would cost him. It would cost him with the SEC. People would say, well, that's insider trade. He has insider information. So what do you got to do? You got to get out of your position. Get out of your position, and now we can make these decisions.
So, dude, fucking what? You were just as grifty as he is. The only difference is that you changed your tune when Ryan Cohen left.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Backed you, and all this money you guys spent on each other, and meet and greets and all that shit. Bill Pulte needs to answer. Ian Carroll needs to answer. Vivek Vinswamy needs to answer. You need to answer. Yeah, what a joke, all of you.
I agree with those statements. They would sound a lot better if they weren't coming from Marantz. Yeah, Manuel says that he had traded Bed Bath & Beyond, but I'm not surprised. But he recently has been making a lot of videos. We'll put a pin into that. We'll get to that in a second. But at some point, I'm going to have to do a video of his gish galloping through, stock market fallacies about we're in the end times and only GameStop will save you. But I found a few that I think are quite possibly the stupidest. So let's go right ahead. This one's 9 seconds, should be real quick.
When the world markets are hitting all-time highs, China, last 10 years, boom, all-time high.
Okay, first of all, not all-time high. I mean, you can look at the clear line here across, not all-time high in the last 10 years. And also, if you go
this guy thinks that Apple doesn't make any money.
Not all-time highs. And in fact, even last 10 years, even here, this is the mark. There's the all-time high. Doofus can't even read a fucking chart. So there you go. One down. Okay, this one's really funny. We won't need to spend much time on it because even though it's 3 minutes, he gets it out real quick, his stupid concept here.
Let me guess. The whole economy is crashing except for your GameStop. Well, that's if you know how to evaluate the whole.
Okay, who cares about his whole value thing? The whole concept that he's agreeing with here is dumb. Friday, GameStop was down 1.6%. S&P was only down 0.6%. Dow Jones was only down 0.2%. And while, yes, Nasdaq did drop a whole percent, it was only 1.15. So actually, GameStop underperformed the rest of the market. This one here is.
So according to this chart here, the blue line are going to be the financial managers right there. And this is what they deemed overvalued. 91% of them think the market is currently overvalued.
Okay,
Shit,
no,
Sherlock.
read the fucking chart.
Everybody thinks
US
the market is overvalued.
Okay, first of all, read the chart. It says U.S. equities are overvalued, and I can't believe I'm needing to explain this, but Marantz, financial markets are more than just American equities, and the light blue line is foreign equities. They're emerging market equities, in fact. So the dark blue is U.S. equities, light blue is emerging markets, which are seen as undervalued. So
Just go look at the PE on something like these
read the
impossible, like.
I just have no time for it. This one's kind of an interesting one because it's funny. I'll let you, Platinum, you're the GameStop expert, so I'll let you see I'll let you guess where the hypocrisy is.
I've got thousands of people who watch the live stream. For all the people out there, I've got thousands of people who watch, and you know what they're looking for? They're looking for something that has net asset value, NAV.
Guarantee you he just learned that word right before the stream.
I bet he's about
is the multiple that you're going to buy something for, right? Like if I'm going to go to MicroStrategies and I'm going to walk in, I'm going to go, I want to buy this company. I want to buy this security. I want to buy this stock. Then you find out it's just backed by Bitcoin. All the debt in the world, everything, and it's given a 2.7 multiple, 2.1 multiple. Then you say to yourself, well, why would I be buying, overpaying for an asset that I could just be given? Right?
So is he trying to say we can't buy Bitcoin and treasuries on our own?
Thank you. Or just U.S. treasuries. That would be a not a great nav to just own assets that you could own outright yourself. Like the hypocrisy there is fucking hilarious. Like GameStop borrowed part of the MicroStrategy strategy by selling convertible debt.
0% convertible notes.
But isn't he the same one that said that they don't have any debt?
Yeah. Well.
Did he?
Yeah, that used to be his big shtick that GameStop has no debt.
But does he still say that though?
Didn't he say it's because it's zero coupon, it's not debt? I'm like,
oh, well, I know some people have said it. I don't remember if he's
it is.
said it, but I know some people have tried to make that argument. It's really dumb. This one is really funny. Before we get to the last bit here of why Marantz might be doing a bunch of videos recently, but this one is just such levels of dumb. I had to bring it up.
This guy's clueless. We're talking about Cracker Barrel, and he goes, BlackRock's the majority shareholder. What else do you need to know? This is so stupid, man. Like, educate yourself.
He's so close to being
BlackRock owns every single stock for a reason. It has nothing to do with having influence on the company itself. The reason why BlackRock and Vanguard own every single share is because the bulk of their investors are accredited investors. They're hedge funds. They're pension plans. Those pension funds and pension plans and hedge funds, they all invest into certain companies. So what do? BlackRock invest into those companies to hold up their own investors.
They're
it's a way
index
of
funds.
setting up a plateau for your investors, right? I'm going to hold up my investors so that they can, in turn, put their money back into us. It's the market. It's called round tripping.
Oh, my God. You fucking don't know what round tripping is, dude.
They're index funds. Like, they follow the index.
Yeah, they're index fund trading, but he's trying to say it's round tripping. They're doing all this index buying to prop up the market for themselves, and it's so dumb. And then he calls it round tripping. That's not round tripping. Round tripping is when you give you do a business transaction that is a net zero value to inflate your own book. Like I sell apples I buy apples from Amy, and then she buys them back for me. That's round tripping. Unbelievable levels of fucking idiocy.
So he doesn't know that they're index funds?
Well, he seems to somewhat know, but he then says that they just have these index funds to float the market so that they can, inflate the value of stocks through index funds, I guess, is his theory, which is so fucking retarded. I just dumb. But like, he has all the time for these videos. I wonder why that is. Maybe this live stream from today we can get a hint.
Life's amazing for me, actually. I'm probably the happiest I've been in a long time. And I just keep living life. And, I committed myself to YouTube. YouTube committed themselves to me.
Mm-hmm.
And my platform's as big as it's ever been.
Oh.
And I'm able to kind of work my way out of what I've been doing my whole life. And
No, that's a funny way to say you were fired.